Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel, and thank you for joining. Now, in today's episode, we are going to make some trades. We're going to look at some trade options. This week, it's very hard, and you have to get it right. You have to get it absolutely spot on. This week and last week, the 2 weeks, we make or break our season. And it's like going to a ice cream shop, okay? It's like you go to the ice cream shop, they give you three flavors, okay? Because I've got three trades, so you get three flavors, and there are so many to choose from, I don't know which one to pick, just comment down! Well, before we start looking at our team, how did we go this week? We scored a 20-20, okay? It's not bad, okay, but it's not the best. It was looking worse, but the top 13%, it's a bye round. Not much difference in the scoring. And we went up ranks 19, which was a shock. I thought it was going to go down big time. Let's go look at some leagues. How did we match up against some players? Let's have a look. The Scodfather leagues. Okay, now, actually, before we do that, Scodfather group. Now, I'm ranked 109 in the Scodfather group. You guys are killing me right now. Just comment down. Okay, let's have a look at the group. Who scored who's our leaders? We got the Maltese Falcons. Okay, we got the Patsitsis at the top, ranked 80th. Just comment down. And we got the Daikojians, ranked at 98. Two teams going bananas. And the Patsitsi makers are at the top. And we got Raging Bonner. Okay, well, I don't think he's going to like Bonner anymore. But even the Raging Bonner's 250. We've got some good teams here. Let's have a look at the weekly scores. Who had the big scores this week? Because we're going to have some best and fairest points. Well, we had Fiona. Keep calm and Ollie on. Okay, she says, well, just calm her down, Fiona. 2208. It went massive. Gets 10 votes this week for the best and fairest. We had Luke, Benji, and Dad. He came second. The Daikojians, okay, they came third. That's Jim's team. The Palatalial Garage, okay, came fourth. That's Remy. Raging Bonner came fifth. Golden Eye had the sixth highest score. We had Guns and Pookies, okay, that's a good name. Came seventh. And Can Hardly Read, okay, well, I can hardly read this one, came eighth. And Barney's Bananas, okay, they weren't bananas this week, the Barneys, okay, came ninth. And Fun Picks Only, well, looks like he had some fun. Well, he shared the points with Alex Rance. Now, in the Scodfather Cup, number one, we managed to have a victory over 4 goals Dusty, okay, Dusty, Grandpa now, Graham, just come down, you got the wrong name this year. Now, Scodfather Cup 2, the Alabama Hot Pocket, Jesse's team, had a 29-point victory. I'm not happy about this, Jesse. We have to talk about this now. Now, I'll get back to the Scodfather Legends in a minute because we'll go through all the teams there. Scodfather Cup 3, we had a victory over Alex, the Bada Bing, okay, had a victory over them. Scodfather Cup 4, we got smashed, okay, the Amari Party, they had a big party, as Geordie's team had a party there. Now, Scodfather Cup 5, is Don is good, this week Christie's team is not good, okay, had a fail, but doesn't matter, next week it'll be good again. And Scodfather Cup 6, how did we lose this game? Okay, Shanaka, what's going on here? 2020 versus, this is rigged, just come down. We lost by 2 points, lost by a handball. Now, Scodfather Cup 7, the actual best team. Well, I actually beat the best team. Had a big victory, okay, against Thomas. Now, let's go back up here. Let's go to the, where is it? I want to show you this. Scodfather Legends. We're going to go for all these games. Let's have, actually, game day. I think I have to go game day. Game day, Scodfather Legends. Let's see how all the legends went this week. All the matchups. Well, we had Jackson Davey, the Battle of the Jacksons this week. Jackson Davey against Jackson Damon, okay? And that's from Supercoach Edge. And had a bit of a slight edge this week. 2073 to 2044, two big scores there. We had Supercoach Insiders Ben had a bad week this week against the Mini Monk, who had the victory 1970. Good job, Mini Monk there. Bryce Mitchell has bounced back. He's got nuts. 2011 against JP. What's going on, JP? He scored 1955. JP has had a bad start. Okay. Now, we had Selby against Pistol from Dr. Supercoach, and Selby's also had a bad start. Well, actually, Pistol had a win at 1927. Okay, that's incredible. Okay, beating Selby. We're going to do something with Selby. Selby admitted on Twitter yesterday that he may have got the formation wrong structure, so you expect Selby to bounce right back. Okay, Selby's going to be in the top 100 this year, so he'll come back. Now, Al Payton is having a sensational year, okay, and he had a victory over our boy DR, okay, 2095 to 2024. Now, I think Daniel has copied Al Payton's team. They've got similar scores. I think something shifty going on here. They've got the same teams anyway. But he beat MJ, who I played this week. It's me versus MJ this week. Now, we go to Steve, and he had a big win, 2092 against the Horses for Courses, my boy Mick, 2016. And, Abs Magic had a victory against George Terror Squad. We actually have a very similar team. I think only one player of mine went nuts, and that's the difference in the score. Me and George have a very similar structure. Now, Centre bounced back this week. They had a bounce, okay, and they were bouncing the ball. And Janaf, who had a captain, a sensational pick. Janaf picked Jackson as the captain, but didn't get him through the line as centre bounce. They bounced their way back. Now, my boy here, Dave Swizz, okay, he was actually looking good. He was having a huge round. Then all of a sudden, Tim Mitchell out of nowhere, he went bananas. And Tim Mitchell had a big victory. Actually, have a look at this. Tim Mitchell, 2097. This is the Boston Herald Sun. 2097 for Tim Mitchell, 2093 for Dan Batten, and 2095 for Al Payton. There's something shifty going on off the scoring just there. Okay, we're going to have to find out. Now, we go to the ladder, and we'll go Al Payton at the top, and Abs Magic coming second, with Damon having a big season coming third. Okay, the three of us at the top here. Selby is in fourth spot. That's what I mean. Selby's a very dangerous man. Okay, he looks very quiet, but he's always there. Okay, so Selby's in fourth spot, and now he lost by 5 points. He could have been at the top. Now, let's go down the order. Let's go down to the bottom. Who's at the bottom? Okay, let's have a look. Well, this week it's MJ and Swizz and JP. What's going on here? Just coming down. The three of them have not had a win yet. Well, I've got to make sure it's this week MJ versus Abs Magic. We're going to make this 3 losses for MJ and 3 wins for Abs Magic. Now, going over to my trades. And what we need now is trade targets. Who are good trade targets, and which players are the spuds, okay? Now, spuds, we got Bonner, we got Berry. They're actually our only 2 spuds. Possibly Grundy, but he scored a 99. I mean, Wine's 99. You can't call them spuds, okay? But they did good enough. But are they the best? Probably not. They're going to make cash, maybe, okay? But Bonner and Berry are my 2 spuds. I have to go, all right? And now, even though Berry has more cash to make, okay, let's have a look. His break-even is -10. He's got more cash to make, all right? But how much is he going to make? Okay, what's he going to score? What did he score last week? 24, okay? If he scores a 24 again, he's going to make bananas. 15K. So, Berry, I'm happy to let go. Now, who do we want in our team? All right, now we want, targets. We want Massimo, okay? That was one of our targets last week. We want McKercher. That was another target. We would love to get, Powell. Okay, now he wasn't a target last week. Now he's become number 1 target for me. Okay, number 1. Powell, that's not 1. Number 1 target is Powell. We need Powell. Number 2 target is McKercher. Who else do we like this week? Whichever flavour do we like? Let's have a look. Massimo, McKercher, Powell. We can say Butters. Before his price goes up is a good shout out. We like cherries, okay, cherry flavour, okay, we like the cherry. Who else do we like? Jackson. We did like Jackson, okay. He was on my hit list. until I put up a little tweet. Let me show you something. I put up a tweet today. I said this player is a problem for me. If he goes nuts again, 42% of teams own him, and that's kill him. That killed me last week. I have evil thoughts in my mind saying if you can't beat them, just join them. It says I can't come down. Now, did I get this one wrong? Was my question. Okay, I was questioning myself. Did I get it wrong? Maybe he is a top 6 forward this year, even with Shrek. Okay, he'll be 600k next week. Should I maybe have started Luke Jackson? Did I get it wrong? But then I had a few replies, and one of the journalists, he's a gun. Okay, let me show you. Ryan Daniels, he's a gun. One of the best journalists out there. If you're not following Ryan Daniels, you should be following him. And Footy Rhino, okay, that's his tag. Now, he's replied, if a question is about Jackson, I think he'll be a good scorer no matter where he plays. He's elevating, which is a good point. Okay, so Jackson is in good form. However, he does say here that Darcy should be back by round 4. So that means this is Jackson's last week as a solo ruck, and then round 4, Darcy's back. Now, he doesn't say he will be back. He said should be back, okay? And then further up, okay, we go to another Mitchell Woodcock. Okay, well, I actually never heard of him, but I started following him now. So Mitchell Woodcock, okay, he says Sean Darcy and Josh Corbett are out doing light running at Cockburn. What's going on? Just coming down with all these COCK words now. Anyway, so Mitchell Woodcock has said they're running at Cockburn. Okay, so there's the young man. Okay, he's humbling along. Shrek is running. He's actually sprinting there, but it looks like he's jogging. But he's actually sprinting. He's going very fast for his talents. Now, who else do we want on our list of players? Now, Jackson, we're gonna cross off. Okay, we're gonna have to cross him off. Because even though I do want him, if Shrek was out for another 4 weeks, Jackson's going to destroy my season because I don't have him. So 42% do, but if Shrek's back next week, I'm actually happy not to have him. So Jackson's out. All right. Is there anyone else I need right now, urgently? That's Butters only because he's going to destroy me. So I don't need him this week, but I can plan for him next week. All right. So these are the 3 that I really want, well, the 4. They're 5, but really 4. Massimo, McKercher, Powell, and Sherry. Okay, these are the 4 that I want. And Butters, if I can get him in, I'll try. So let's go through what we can do now, all right? Let's have a look. Now, if we try out Bonner, all right, so Bonner is a Gonski. Okay, Bonner goes. Now, actually, go back to Bonner. Bonner has a break-even, right, of 10. That's still low. So let's say Bonner had a good game and scored 70 or 80. Still going to make 20 or 30k, all right? So I'm risking 20 or 30k here. If I trade out Wines, he's got a break-even of 70. So he's not going to make the same cash that Bonner is. But the only thing is, this week I lose Green and I lose Rowell. So I'd rather have Wines on field than Bonner on field, all right? And there's no guarantee that Bonner's going to score 70 or 80. Bonner can also score a 50 or 60 like we saw last week. So that's the only thing I'm worried about Bonner. So they could probably still make the same cash. We don't know. But at least I get the points from Wines. That's why Bonner goes. This is option 1 now, all right? So Bonner goes out. And we're going to take out Berry as well. So Berry goes out, and then we take out Gipkus, okay? So this is the option. So we bring in, we go to North Melbourne, because the theme is North Melbourne this week. We bring in Powell. He's a must-have, and I talked about this yesterday, all right? So Powell is a must-have. We bring in McKercher, who also is a must-have. All right, so we've got 2 of them in. So we're bringing in a possible 100, 200 points there, and we're losing virtually nothing, okay? No points from them. So that's 200 points coming in. And we also bring in a rookie. Now, the rookie, I don't know. I was going to bring in Pink, all right? But some North Melbourne supporters are telling me that the job security is very low. And it's not like he's scoring huge anyway. So, like, Pink scoring, what has it been? It's not like he's going to make a ton of cash, all right? Pink's scoring is a 44 and a 58. So it's not like he's going nuts, all right? So Pink doesn't have to be a must-have. So who's left? I really want the Freo boy, all right? Warner. But the problem is I've got 129k and Warner's 134k. So I can't get him, even if he doesn't play. I'd rather get Warner because he'll play next week. But I can't get him, okay? So Warner can wait. And so we have to go to Melbourne boy. And we have to bring in Hoare this week. So Hoare comes in, all right? Or if I see that, what's his name is named, if I see, where is he? Phillips is named, because there's rumours that Phillips might be named. I could also bring in Phillips. That's another option, all right? And save the 20k cash, because Phillips probably got more job security, especially the way the Hawks have been defending. So Phillips possibly an in. But anyway, because Phillips and Warner are my two targets. If I'm going to bring in two rookies, I might as well bring in two rookies that are going to be good. So Phillips and Warner. If I bring in a Pink, for example, and he then becomes a sub or stays, it doesn't play, there's no point. So you're looking for job security, and I think Phillips will probably have it. And I know Warner does have it. So it'll be the two of them. So this is my possible trades, okay? So that's number one. But the problem here is, all right, with these trades, all right, what's the problem now? Well, scoring-wise, it's still okay, all right? But we have Grundy here, who has a break-even of 112, and he's priced at 500k. I don't think Grundy's going to go any higher than 500k. Now, Grundy has a good draw, all right? He's playing against Richmond, West Coast, and Gold Coast, all right? However, well, Gold Coast, if Witts is back, maybe not a good draw, and Richmond, not that easy, because Nang is there, so not that Grundy can smash the Nang, okay? So, now, the question then becomes, all right, how do I turn Wines into Butters? I've only got 26k. It's going to be hard. It still can be done, but it's going to be hard. I can get Sexton next week, 60k from Sexton, and trade him to a rookie. That gives me 80k. Well, for 80k, I don't have enough cash still. All right, so that makes it 540k. I can't even get Took Miller. So my option now. All right, let's cancel this. All right, Plan B is and getting so to get Massimo. All right, I have to trade out Wines. So Wines goes. Gipkus goes, and Berry goes, all right? This is to get Massimo. And let's go North Melbourne again. So we've got the usual Powell and McKercher back, and then we go to Melbourne. No, actually, we go to Hawks, and we get Massimo in. Now, that leaves us 83k cash, but 83k plus Bonner's 284, and let's say Bonner makes 15k, that's 300, that's 380k. Now I'm way short on cash to bring in the player that I want. Butters next week, and I can't get Butters like this. Okay, it's not going to work. And also, if I don't get Butters, I want at least Took in there, and I'm way short. So that's not going to work. So then, well, it can work if I then trade out Jordan next week, because Jordan, I can turn him into a rookie. All right, so I've got 300k. Jordan, let's say, makes 30k, so he's 350. I've got 650k. I still don't have enough cash. Even if I trade Jordan, I don't have enough cash. So it's not even going to work. So this plan, even though I don't mind it, do I need Massimo? All right, have a look at my team. All right, in round 6, Roberts is going to go to D6 anyway. All right, so Roberts comes here. I've already got 4 defenders. I've got Williams. Williams is due to score 80s or 90s soon, okay? So Williams is going to do his job. Why do I need Massimo? To make cash, right? Because Massimo has a low break-even. He's going to make some cash. However, every player I've got is going to make some cash. So it's not like Massimo's going to make 300,000. He's going to probably make 200,000. Well, every player I've got is going to make 200,000. So I don't really need Massimo, okay? So I cancel that. Okay, or even though Massimo's going to have good points on the board, like if he goes 80s 85. That's a good score. But I could take a 70 and get a higher score from Butters versus Wines, so that'll make up for it. So I'm going to pass on Massimo, and this is what I'm going to do this week. I'm going to trade out Berry again. All right, so the two spots, Berry and Bonner, are gone. All right, so we're going to bring in the North Melbourne boys back. Okay, in Powell and McKercher. But what I'm going to do this week, I mean, I've got 21. I need another 21k. All right, I'm going to trade out Grundy and bring in Sherry, and that gives me 70k. All right, now let's complete this trade. Okay, now with 70k, I can then, Sherry's going to make cash. Okay, Sherry's break even is 16. All right, he's going to go at hundreds anyway. All right, so Sherry should go to 500k in no time. And at 500k, it's a good deal. I make 100k on this trade. And when you got 40 trades, making 100k is enough. All right, and Sherry's scoring is really good. And I love the way he played. So, Wines. Let's say Wines, let's work this out mathematically. If Wines, actually, let's get the calculator out. All right, calculator. If Wines scores 100 this week, all right, he makes 15k. So he goes to, let's make it even, 490k, all right? Let's say 480, we've got a calculator now, 488k, all right? Plus, and that's Wines. And get the calculator back there, all right. Now, 488k. Now, if Jordan if Jordan scores an 80, he makes 30k. So he goes to 350. All right. So plus 350 equals 838 minus a rookie 123. That's 715k. That's my ticket to Butters there through Jordan. So and Jordan's got to buy in 2 weeks' time anyway. So I was going to trade him out anyway. So if I trade him out a bit less, it doesn't matter. But I'll be able to turn Wines into Butters, and we'll turn one into a butter. Just coming down. Anyway, so that's the plan. And have a look at the midfield now. Bont, Green, Sorong, Rowell, Crouch, and Butters. Okay, that's pretty strong. And then you got your two rookies, McKercher and Sanders. Roberts is going to be a waste on the bench in round 4, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to eventually trade him, put him into the back line. So he's going to be okay. So I'm happy with that. So this is most likely my trades this week, and I think is not too bad. Okay, I'm very happy with it. So the plan for Gipkus and Reed will be Warner and Phillips. They'll be the two rookies replacing these two eventually, once they're on their bubbles. And again, Darcy is coming in for Jordan next week. So I got Darcy, because Darcy is a must-have. So he'll come in, and hopefully from there we just build on. Okay, then we don't trade for a while. We're going to hold for a little bit till we build some more cash. So next week, possible 2 trades, and then no more trading for a while. We'll probably have to trade and get these 2 out. So probably still trading, but doesn't matter. Just coming down. Now we go to Butters. All right, and the reason I need to have Butters, okay, he's in 20% of teams for starters. Okay, so that's hurting. All right, out of every 5 teams, 1 person's got Butters. Now we know his draw is good. He's even got Collingwood, Freo, Essendon. He's even going to go nuts this week. However, what is disturbing is the price where he can reach. I mean, if he hits a 128 this week, which most likely he will, and if he goes, even if he goes at 150 or 140 against Essendon, he's going to be close to 700k, even reaching heights of 730k. Okay, so he's going to be unattainable. And even I mean, you got players to bring into the team. I mean, I've still got to find 700k for English somehow, and Butters is not helping. Okay, so you need to bring in these players before they explode, because it's going to be impossible to get them in later on. So I need to splash the cash next week and get Butters. I've got to pay up for him. It doesn't matter. I'd rather pay up for Butters now, bank his points, and not worry about him when he's 700k. Say that's what I did with Sarong. I mean, you look at Sarong. His break even is 41. If he scores, and they would have given him a 126, he goes 660. If he scores another, against Carlton, if he scores a 140 and 140, that's 700k just there. So here's another player I had to bring in before we went to 700k. I did the same with Luke Ryan. You look at Luke Ryan's scoring, okay? His break even is 54. If he scores 123, he's going to be 650 in no time, okay? And if these scores are big, like against Adelaide, teams are going big. If he scores a 150 here, that's going to go to 700k as well. So I'm trying to get these 700k players as cheap as possible because you're going to need them, and they're going to be out of reach. Better to get it. Like last year, I couldn't get English; it was out of reach. So we're just going to work on how to get English later on. But the main problem now is Butters. Now, you may be asking, okay, let's undo these changes. Okay, you may be asking, why don't I get Butters in this week? Okay, can be done. I'll show you, okay? We can actually get him this week. Take Wines out, get Butters 30k cheaper, okay? Butters in, okay, and that's done. Then we get Bonner out, and we bring in McKercher. All right, we go to North Melbourne. We bring in McKercher, but the problem is I don't have enough cash to bring in anyone else. I'm broke. Or if I don't trade Berry, all right, I can trade Jordan. If I trade Jordan out, players I can afford. I can bring in, I suppose, Darcy early, okay, and have 100k spare. Well, it can be done. The only problem I've got here is I don't get Powell, and Powell is a bigger must-have right now than what Butters is. So if we go to North Melbourne and Powell, his break even is minus 47. Okay, he's going to 400k in no time, and these are low scores. If he scores hundreds, 95 hundreds, okay, it's going to go even quicker. So he'll be 450k before you know, blink of the eye. That's why I need Powell in. Okay, Powell's a must-have because he's probably going to be. He could be a keeper in that role. Not many players in our forward line to play midfield, and Powell's probably the only one. Well, there's one more thing I wanted to show you. Okay, now if I complete these trades, all right. Once I complete these trades, let's do it. Complete trades. Confirm. Okay, trades are completed. Once you complete the trades, okay, and the app freshens up. See how you got these players on the bench, all right? You got all these players on the bench. Now, if I was to go optimize, okay, all these players that were on the bench, the ones that aren't playing, they actually go off the bench. Okay, so it actually puts your best players on the field. So optimize is not bad. Okay, so it saves you a bit of time. It even puts the captain and the vice captain on your best two players, but automatically. So it's gone Sarong vice captain, Bond captain. Now is this a good option? Let's have a look. Sarong, well, vice captain against Adelaide. It's not too bad. And captain the Bond. Well, it does work. So that's something to think about. Well, let me know what you think. Actually, we've got what's going on here? Let's have a look. What just popped up? This is fresh off the news bulletin, news flash. James Horns, Francis, what's it saying here? He's currently dealing with hamstring concern. Senior coach Ken Hinkley said following the round 2 game that he was optimistic Horn-Francis will be available for round 3. Okay, so he's going to miss round 3. Well, that's good news. We get an extra week out of Wines, so we're happy with that. So just calm it down, because Wines will get extra mid-time. Anyway, that's all for today. Thank you for joining, and remember one thing. It's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice. Ciao for now.
That's all, folks.